Welcome back to 307 Reacts. Today, we are re-reacting to Canceled by Tom Macdonald. So, here's what had happened. Tom had released this song yesterday. We were all excited about it from Monday when he announced it. And so, we filmed our reaction, and we found out in editing that the screen cap had no audio.
Something happened in OBS. For those of you that know what OBS is, that's what we use to get our screen caps. And something happened in OBS, and it reset all of our audio input. So it wasn't capturing the desktop audio on an output, and it was silent. So in our reaction, when we were editing, all you can hear is it coming through our headphones. It's very quiet, and it was good.
Garbage. So
wasn't going to work.
Unfortunately, this is not our first time. This won't be first reaction.
We have seen this once, but it doesn't even matter.
However,
because this song is so damn compelling that we're going to have a whole new set of things to talk about anyways.
Yeah,
There's so much to unpack in this song.
So this is going to be more of an analysis.
You may not get as many of the ohs and wows because unfortunately those were in our first one. So we're sorry about that. But this will give us a better chance to maybe evaluate it a little deeper and kind of really get into it. So without further ado, this is Canceled by Tom Macdonald.
Take two.
Done the right way. Here we go.
I can't be canceled, there's no way that you can stop me. I'm fully independent, there's no label who can drop me. Y'all been starting rumors, let me help you with some. Yeah.
He's a racist, he's a sexist, he's in love with Donald Trump.
Y'all can't cancel me.
Right there off the top. There off the top, and we talked about it in the first reaction, but he comes out and says, there's no way you can cancel me. There's no labels. I'm fully independent. There's no labels to drop me.
Who's going to drop me? Me? Yeah, try to convince me to stop.
Yeah, I'm just going to keep going. You can't tell me to stop. Oh, and you're going to call me a few things. Okay, here we go. Let's see. What have I heard? And he's just going to call them out.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's amazing.
I like that. And also right here, this picture right here with the green, it might be just a screen. I think it's supposed to be green.
I think it's green, yeah.
I think, at least for me, the representation is sort of like the Grinch. Like everybody always looks down on him and thinks certain things of him because, he's the bad guy. He wants to take away Christmas and all this shit, right?
Right.
So, I think that's kind of a cool representation. I don't know if that's what Tom meant by it, but I do like it.
But I see he's rocking those white contacts again. That's amazing. And my favorite leather jacket ever.
Bro.
I actually missed that in the last take. I forgot he was even wearing that. So there we go. All right, onward we go with Tom.
Yeah.
He's a racist, he's a sexist, he's in love with Donald Trump.
Y'all can't cancel me. My life is scandal free. There ain't no sponsors taking losses cause the brand is me. My hands are clean. My family and my fans agree. Y'all can't cancel me for facts because you're mad and weak. Go.
By the way, I like that. You can't cancel me for facts because the facts really are that, he's a stand-up guy doing what he's doing.
Yeah.
He's like, you can't cancel me with facts.
Yeah.
Because all the facts will point to my innocence. Like, I like that.
And I love that he's like, I'm squeaky clean, man. What's the thing about he's in love with Donald Trump? Is that, has he been... Has he come out as being like a Trump supporter or anything?
He's actually not pro-Trump.
Okay.
And this was, somebody in the comments had pointed this out. He sympathizes with Trump supporters because they're always attacked for being racist and bigots and things like that. And he's like,
I see. Bro,
these people that I've met that are Trump supporters, we have our differences, but they're none of those things. He's like, you do understand that there are... Mexican and Asian and black Trump supporters. He goes,
definitely,
why would they support somebody? He's like, so it's come down to just a name game to try to destroy the other person.
The second you say anything about being associated with Trump, it automatically comes across as racist, bigot.
Yeah.
You're a dick. You're a money grubber kind of thing. Right?
So even though he doesn't support them, he sympathizes with them and says, look, I realize that people are doing you wrong. You may not be that person,
right?
But people are like, oh, well, then he must be pro-Trump, so he's a racist, and he's a bigot, and he's a sexist. And
I love it, because he does that in a lot of his material, like the very first one that we watched, Best Rapper Ever, where it's like, or No Lives Matter, that's what it is, the one from No Lives Matter, where he's saying, well, I guess if you're not this way, well, then I guess you're this way, Yeah,
like everybody takes it to an extreme.
Yeah.
It's like there's no reason to do that, bro.
You're Antifa or you're whatever it is, there's always a label on something, and I think that's his part of his gripe.
And that's the problem with today is everybody wants to label somebody with something rather than actually hanging out with them and taking time to get to know them. And, there's people... they say, oh, white people can't experience racism and stuff, which is not true. I will say that some people experience it worse based on their skin color.
Sure.
But I do know that there was this one white family who had adopted it was a black family that adopted a white kid. And that white kid, like, he just wanted to kill himself because they're like, oh, well, you're the only white cracker on the playground. You know, he's going to an all-black school. And
he was getting because
like,
he was the
bullied and
minority
stuff
in that
because
situation.
Yeah. And it's like, dude,
Why does there always have
It's
to be a
shitty,
label?
like,
Why does it always have to be based on some characteristic of your physical
and
being?
you never know what's going on in someone's
I mean, look
life,
at us, dude. It took us up until doing these reaction videos to even get into where we stand politically, right?
Yeah.
And through finding out about that, it hasn't divided us at all. It's actually, you know, I would say it's actually even formed a stronger bond because now I know what you respect and you know what I respect, right?
And it forms more intelligible conversation.
Absolutely.
Whereas instead of
reasonable conversation.
Yeah.
Wild concept,
they're like,
right?
oh, so you know you don't support Trump, well, you must just sit at home and collect a check all day.
Then you're
Like,
automatically
you know,
a Biden supporter and you're automatically an Obama supporter, and it's like I didn't say that.
Yeah, right. People
I didn't
assume
say
a
that.
lot of things.
Yeah, so it's that red or blue thing, and he talks about it. Let's hear what else he has to say. Moving forward.
Go ahead and tell the world I'm ugly and racist. I braid my hair and I don't care about cultural appropriation. I moved to the ghetto, lived in the ghetto, there's no Caucasians. And still I loved every single one of my neighbors. How's a man say I'm clickbait if he gonna...
By the way, I like how he says, I moved to the ghetto. I lived
in
basically
the
the minority in the
that's
ghetto.
what I was saying.
But he's like, you know, I loved my neighbors because, you know, that honestly, like, and, you know, when I was living in Spokane, I lived in the ghetto.
Yeah.
And the thing is you know your neighbors that are cool because you're all experiencing the same thing, you know, and it doesn't matter what your skin color
Poverty
is.
doesn't give a shit what color your skin is.
Absolutely.
Being poor, there's no parameters on being poor as far as cultural appropriation or, you know, skin color or anything like that.
Yeah.
So
I mean it is
being
what
broke
it is.
being
and,
broke, man. Living paycheck to paycheck is exactly that. So it doesn't matter. We're all in it together, and there's a lot of people going through that right now. We're all kind of in that together.
I mean, I've been to a point in my life where I'm living out of a car. Like that shit sucks.
Yeah, absolutely. And especially come wintertime, it's not very fun.
Oh God, it's not fun.
All right, take me there, Tom.
I loved every single one of my neighbors. How's a man say I'm clickbait if he gonna use this face to get clicks on his page? Y'all hypocrites are made. But
I love
hypocrites
that line.
are bitch made.
I love that line so much.
Yeah.
How's this man gonna use my face to get clickbait on his page
when he's claiming all I am is clickbait?
Yeah. Like
I love that.
The call out. I think
like,
it's the way he puts them together that sells it to me.
Well, in his face, he's like,
he's like,
yeah,
how,
whatever.
he's like looking at it like, how are you gonna do this with my shit and then claim it as your own, yet talk shit on me at the same time?
Yeah, for doing the same thing,
Excuse
even
me?
though like he's not. Like,
Yeah,
it's
the way he puts it together, the way he choreographs his wordplay is really, really good. It's smooth.
And some of y'all maybe have seen the interview that he did with Fox News. I think Fox News didn't do him any justice at all.
No, they didn't. They gave him like 2 talking segments of like 10 seconds each.
Yeah, and then they didn't even like
chopped it all up with his video bits
music,
of stuff that wasn't even pertinent to what he was talking about in his interview bits.
Yeah,
like, it was choppy.
If you guys want to see the interview, look at Glenn Beck's interview. I'm not a big fan of Glenn Beck.
Same.
But Glenn Beck did give him a fair and honest interview. He actually let him talk for a good amount of time.
We watched that earlier today before we watched this. And
he asked him relevant questions.
Yep.
Like that's the big, like Fox News asked him just kind of bullshit questions.
Glenn Beck was actually picking out certain lines. He had them written down and he was reading them to him. And
he actually did his
him,
research.
Yeah,
which
and
was
asking
cool.
him what he was talking about. So, yeah, I feel like for sure. And it's funny because it all ties into exactly kind of what he's talking about. You know,
Absolutely.
like the media is out to twist and turn and manipulate however they can and make themselves look like the top dog or whatever.
Yeah.
So back 5 seconds. Here we go.
gonna use this face to get clicks on his page. Y'all hypocrites are made.
I love that.
But I ain't tripping about these bullies. It ain't 6th grade. Go ahead and diss me trying to sell a couple mixtapes. I'm not afraid. Take my face and my name. Paste it on the front page. I'm already famous and you'll never change it by hating or claiming you'll take it away. My grind wicked right.
I like that.
Say what you want to say. I'm already on the front page.
I'm already famous.
Yeah,
like,
and I love that. I think the context there too is he's saying like, I'm on the front page, whether it's for something good or bad.
Yeah.
Say what you want to say.
Yeah.
I'm on the front page.
Right.
Like,
and the thing is, say what you want to say. It doesn't matter whether it's true or not, because I know what the truth is.
and that's and that's what he's saying at the beginning. Like, he's like, what have I been called? Oh, here, let me shout out a couple of them. He's a sexist. He's a liar. He's a Trump supporter.
Like, and I think a lot of people need to be more that way, because especially in high school, right? Rumors are a big thing.
Geez,
Everybody's got a rumor about everybody.
Yeah.
And like I remember people would take that shit like so seriously. They're like, oh, somebody said I did this, blah blah blah. I'm pissed off. I'm gonna go kick their ass. I'm like, bro, what does it fucking matter?
Yep.
Like, fuck them.
Yeah. Who cares? Aren't we just here to get the
like
goddamn diploma and then
you worry about what you're doing in life. Yeah, you can't give a fuck about everybody. Like,
Yep. Until that dumb fuck walks up to you into the hallway and tries to say something, you got and then it's time. Like, okay, dude, your choice. Here we go.
catch these hands.
Yeah. Here we go.
On the front page, I'm already famous and you'll never change it by hating or claiming you'll take it away. My grind wicked, write my rhymes different. You could try to quantify defying limits as a dying gimmick and denying winning. This is pure fire, this ain't white privilege. I do what I want, get all the Gucci.
By the way, I just noticed that he said this is purifier. It's not white privilege. He goes, it has nothing to do with the fact I'm white. It has everything to do with the fact that I put in the work to get to where I'm at.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with any privilege. And I love that he's I thought in the last video I actually thought he was mentioning something about white prison there. And I actually said that. So it's funny that we clarified that. It's actually white privilege. And he's locked himself in this cage, and I don't know. It seems
well, it's like you know, the media wants to put him in jail and silence him. They don't want the people to see him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like here he is anyway. He's still behind bars.
He's like, I'm still behind bbars. I'm spitting bars.
And,
like,
it's
it's great.
And I commented on this again in the last one. God damn it! But I love that. From my perspective, it looks like this was probably shot in him and Nova's garage, and it looks like they just went out and bought a big cage somewhere and some lights, some color changing lights, and had them hooked up to a few switches and made an incredible looking music video.
Oh, yeah.
I love their ability to take such small, simplistic ideas and make them so dramatic.
Yeah,
It's
like
incredible.
I was saying, like most music videos, you know, the people are like, okay, well, we want to film at this location. Tom's like, bro, let's just go out in the living room, like push the couch over here.
Hell,
put a light here.
That
we're
plant
good to
that's
go.
in the background. You know what? I'm gonna dress up in a camouflage outfit with
And
some
hide behind the
orange, and
plant.
I'm gonna hide behind it, and we're
Yeah.
gonna use the plant in the video. It's
Yeah, I
amazing.
like that.
Yeah, their creativeness is still never ceases to amaze me. Here we go, moving forward.
Dying gimmick and denying winning. This is pure fire, this ain't white privilege. I do what I want, get all the Gucci and Louis Vuitton out of my closet, out of my crib. I do not want it, that is for kids.
Love
That is
that.
for rappers who ask you to produce their beats for free, pretending online like they rich. I am not playing it safe. I said what I said. It is what it is.
That is
like
for that is for what did he say? That is for rappers online that want to pretend that they're rich.
Pretend that they're rich.
Oh, that make your beats for
Yeah,
free.
they ask you to make their beats for free.
and then pretend
so,
that they're
so they're
rich.
like, oh yeah, I've got all this money. I got my Louis Vuitton
That
and
is
Gucci gang
so
shit.
good.
And he's like, hey man, can you produce this beat for free? Because like I ain't got no
I
money.
don't have any money to do
Yeah.
it. And
Yeah.
I love that. Right before he says that, he says, take all your Louis Vuitton, take your
Well-
Gucci, get them out of my closet, get them out of my life. I don't want it.
Well, I like how he says it though, because at first you think he's like, yeah, I can get me that Gucci, I can get me that Louis Vuitton.
like
he's
gloating?
like he's almost like
Yeah,
I can
like-
buy this
like,
shit. Like he's flexing
it's
on
nothing.
it, right? And he goes, yeah, I can get it the fuck out of my life.
Yeah, get it out of my house. I don't want it. It's shit that I don't want. I'm
Yeah.
not. Don't sell me. I'm not part of your company. I'm not a part of your agenda or your billboard.
Yeah,
So
I'm
I
my
love it.
own brand.
Love
I'm
it.
not yours.
Back 5 seconds. Onward.
For free, pretending online like they rich. I am not playing it safe. I said what I said. It is what it is.
That little smirk.
Yeah.
I don't care if you mad at me, okay? Go ahead and change the channel. Don't waste your time trying to cancel me, okay?
By the way, I like that. He's like, if you don't like it, change the channel.
Change the channel.
Like for real. Like you
Hasn't that-
you don't like the shit, shut it off.
And hasn't
Like,
that been, that's supposed to be the standard for music for
Yeah.
ever. That's kind of the whole agenda of music is like, I'm here to do my thing. If you don't like it, there's a bunch of other guys out there. Go fucking listen to them.
Yeah, right? Like I'm not a fan of Cardi B.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go out in the street and protest against
Yeah,
her.
exactly. I'm just going to not listen to her
Yeah.
music, and that's my version of a protest, you know?
Because the thing that kills me, right, is people will like he was talking about the clickbait earlier, right?
Uh-huh.
Like, oh, Tom Macdonald, their thumbnail say Tom Macdonald racist question mark
Yeah.
or whatever,
Yep,
and then
yep.
they'll have his song. It's like you do realize for using that, Tom's getting paid for that.
I-
Right? Like
that's-
you're actually supporting the artist with.
Funny that you mentioned
Like
that because I
bashing it,
happened
like-
to see a thumbnail when I was scrolling through stuff the other day, and there was a thumbnail of a reaction video to, I think, Fake Woke, and it was a black dude that was reacting to his video and was saying, and it did say that, is Tom actually racist and stuff like that, and it's a black dude, and it's like, is that a little clickbaity? Is that a little clickbaity?
Definitely
I mean,
clickbaity.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to go watch that video though and see what his thoughts are.
I would too, actually.
Just to hear.
We should probably check it out later.
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll pop up in our recommended or whatever over there. So, anyways, back 5 seconds and onward we go.
The channel, don't waste your time trying to cancel me. They love me cause they know that I'm it. Say what you want, I guess it is what it is. Haters can talk, but they can't cancel the kid. Go ahead and go off, try and say this is it. But I swear to God, you can't cancel the kid. Everybody knows my name, from local folks to global fame. I'm vocal about the social justice movements. I expose the fakes, turn rappers into ghosts and graves. Make no mistake, they bones will break. I'll throw them in the wolf enclosure, slowly turn and close the cage.
I like that. That's good.
Is he talking about any specific other rapper when he's talking about, I will put other rappers in their graves, make them ghosts?
Just other rappers.
Just all the other rappers,
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. And he mentions that in that Glenn Beck interview, too. Was that Glenn? Yeah, it was Glenn Beck. He mentioned that.
Yeah, because Glenn Beck asked him, he goes, you mentioned this line where he's like, there's rappers at the top of the billboards pushing Xanax. Mm-hmm. And he's like, yeah, bro, they're just trash. Like,
well, and he's like, now you come off, a little scary to me.
Yeah.
And he's like, have you ever killed anybody? And Tom responds and he goes, just on the records.
Yeah,
just on records.
Just on the beat, man.
Yeah.
I like that.
That was
That's
pretty
the
good.
best answer ever.
Moving forward.
Acres full of sheep, you know that I'm the only goat. I'm great, they spoke my name to mostly hate. I don't complain, I'm woke, I wait. A total focus soldier, wrote the art of war. Know every page, I'm numb to all the dumbness. Smoke tobacco laced with Novocaine. I won't behave, I stoke the flames. I'll choke they throats with golden chains. Use vocal cords as skipping ropes and jump till I am soaked in brains. From open plains to coast.
By the way, I like the background vocals that you hear. That it sounds like there's like a 3-part harmony.
Yeah.
And harmonies in rap are not common
Like a
at
church
all.
choir almost.
I mean, kind of, but it's like kind of distorted.
It's almost like a Halo thing.
Shouts out to Evan. We'll have to watch Evan's video if he releases a video on this, on how he did that.
That would be awesome.
I like that.
And I'm wondering if that's probably all Tom's voice. I'm sure you just layered Tom's voice. That's what it sounds like, right? Yeah, amazing.
The other thing, acres full of sheep, and I'm the only goat.
Oh
right?
my
I
God,
love that
yeah.
line.
First he says, I can't lie with sheep, right? That's where you're saying I can't lie with sheep because I'm a wolf.
Yeah.
And then he comes
they can
back
see
to
my fangs.
Yeah,
Like,
and then he
he's
comes
like,
back
I'm
to
up
say
front.
acres full of sheep and I'm the only goat. I'm great.
Yeah.
Like,
I love that bar. That's sick.
and if you don't know what goat is, just what is Google? Here we go.
Golden chains, use vocal cords as skipping ropes and jump till I am soaked in brains. From
Oh, also,
I like that line too.
he is not fucking around. That right there is him basically going, hey, don't cross me.
Yeah.
Like,
rip your vocal cords out and jump rope with them
until they
I'm
just
soaked in brains.
splattered all over everything. Like,
I
that's
love
like
it.
that's like some South Park shit, you know?
Oh yeah.
So I forgot to comment on that, but that is a pretty graphic representation of how pissed off he is if you cross him.
Right.
Here we go.
Coat they throats with golden chains, use vocal cords as skipping ropes and jump till I am soaked in brains. From open plains to coastal waves to solar rays in open space. Can't find nobody doper unless you poke your veins and snort cocaine. Whoa, y'all can't cancel me. Just get mad that I'm the man until you smash the screen. Like, whoa,
I love
I can
that.
handle heat. I walk through hell in open sandals drinking gasoline. Yeah.
I like that. He's like, I ain't afraid.
He's
bro.
like, nah.
He's like,
nah.
I'll take fuel into this
Yep.
fight with me. Like, I like that.
And again, commenting on the choreography, the videography in this, I love it that they just have the lights on the sides of the chain.
I love
the
it's so
cage.
simple.
And
Like,
it's
but
so
it's
simple
great.
and so dynamic and dramatic. Every time he goes, whoa, the lights change to blue. Like, he's like, gets all crazy. You know, all you can do is sit there and get angry at the screen until you smash the phone. Like, whoa, calm down. Might have
Might have gone a little too far there.
Might have got a little hot there for a second.
Dial it back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, 5 seconds back. Here we go.
I can handle heat. I walk through hell in open sandals drinking gasoline. Yeah. I could have been a star, could have had a mansion and a car and a Grammy album on the charts. I'm a savage, Randy with the bars. I don't rap about Xanax, goddamn it, can't cancel facts.
I'm a savage Randy Savage with the bars. I love
and
that
then
shit.
right after that, he says, "I don't rap about Xanax." God damn it!
Yeah.
Like, and it's like, well, yeah.
He's like, oh, I'm never
He's
gonna
like,
get
oh,
to the top
damn it, I'm not a
because I'm
Xanax.
not a Xanax rapper.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I had Chris fill me in on our last reaction about a little bit about that because I had mentioned that Tom mentions Xanax in almost every song that I've heard, anyways, up to this point. I think he mentions it in almost everyone that we've listened to.
Yeah.
And I asked him about that, like, what is going on? Is he like dissing a specific rapper? And then he told me about the kind of era there, a little while of like Xanax rappers.
Yeah, the last 10 years has been nothing but drugs and hoes.
It's amazing.
Like at the top of the charts.
See, and
like
I'm a punk rocker, so I don't listen to that. You know, I'm not keen to that. And where we live, we don't have a problem with that. So I didn't realize it was such an issue, such a big issue as it was. I mean, these guys essentially were just like creating rap tours, and there was, correct me if I'm wrong, this was also like the mumble rap phase, right?
Yeah,
It's kind of the same.
And the Amigos are still around amazingly. Like, I don't know who the fuck's supporting them.
Okay, but yeah,
whatever.
Essentially, it was like a whole era of rappers that were just had an agenda to sell Xanax and fuck people up, right?
Yeah,
like that.
Well, and the other thing too is like you don't even know, those rappers may not even do that.
Yeah.
But it's what the label wants to push.
That's the
so
thing.
that's what they push.
That's the industry, and
like,
boom, there we go, full circle with Tom. Also, for anyone who hadn't noticed yet, he totally has like a laser going around his face and a target on his shirt, which is choreographically incredible. It's so good.
Yeah.
And the greatest thing about it is I know exactly what's going on here. Nova's standing behind the camera with a laser pointer and just like, and I can only imagine there were at least a couple times where she would just shine it in his eyes.
He's like, oh,
and he's like, oh, stop, god damn it. Because I mean, who's not gonna do that, right? I'm gonna do that. So
right.
Onward we go. Back 5 seconds.
Album on the charts, I'm a savage, Randy with the bars. I don't rap about Xanax, goddamn it, can't cancel facts. We need answers, championing trash to the masses. Actually, massively damages, Keep trying to cancel me, I own the masters, so I make the beats, I write the songs, I own the cameras,
I love saying,
I love that. I also didn't catch the first time we listened through this. I own the masters.
Yeah.
And for anybody who's not familiar with the audio industry, the masters are the master tracks. Like I own the masters, and typically when you send your music
comes
off
in a wave
file. Yes. When you send your music off to get mastered, typically whoever your mastering engineer is, he owns the master because he made it. But that's what Tom is saying right here. He's saying, I own the masters. I made the beats. I own the cameras. I own everything. Like there's
Evan's there to just mix and master.
Nothing you can take away from me. Him and Evan, apparently, because Evan's obviously involved in this somehow. But you know, he's Tom is making the beats. So
yeah, apparently from what I've heard, Tom actually records everything by himself. He writes the beats by himself. He records all the vocal layers by himself. All that Evan does is he goes in and adds like a distortion here, a little effect here.
He adds the juice.
Yeah, and he just masters it, and it's done.
Gotcha. Oh,
like
well,
that just makes. I mean, Tom is so talented. Like, because like that one, what was that one we were listening to that sounded like it had a live drum? Oh, that was Nova.
That was Nova's. Yeah, and Tom.
Somebody had to play the drums.
It said at the end, produced by Tom Macdonald.
Yeah.
So
I wonder if Tom can play drums.
You never know. I mean, most dudes that are somewhat musically inclined can at least hold a beat, and that's what hers was pretty basic.
Yeah.
So, but it's compressed and impacting, and I just love the different feel of it.
It was great.
I'd really be interested to know. I've been listening a lot to that background harmony now, and like the layers in it, and it's pretty detailed.
Sounds good.
Interested to know how they got that worked up. Look at his mouth. Yeah. We caught him. All right, 5 seconds back. Here we go.
I own the masters, so I make the beats, I write the songs, I own the cameras, I could have been famous, done my music down till it's basic, get it on the hottest Spotify playlist, modify my catalog and go mainstream,
I love that.
I don't care if you're mad at me, okay? Go ahead and change the channel. Don't waste your time trying to cancel me, okay? They love me cause they know that I'm it. Say what you want, I guess it is what it is. Haters can talk, but they can't cancel the kid. Go ahead and go off, try and say this is it. But I swear to God, you can't cancel the kid.
I like that.
The boy can sing. He can sing. It sounds great.
Right?
He does a good job with harmonies, and his melodies are good. And again, like we were talking about, he produces all that, so he came up with that melody. And it's not just like a linear. I mean, there's a lot of ups and downs in there, and like a lot of step downs and stuff in there. Like
here was something else I read. Sing. Here's the other thing I saw in the comments too when we reacted to "Hey You" by Nova.
Hey You. Such a good song.
They were saying that Tom wrote the hook. Now Nova, if we're wrong, you tell on your boyfriend now.
Do it.
But I think Tom wrote the hook and then she wrote everything around it.
Okay.
And so I think that's super cool that he can kind of, like, he knows her. He's known her for a long time.
Yeah.
He can get inside of her brain and write a hook that works.
He can write a melody for someone that isn't himself, which is
really hard to do.
Yeah, that she can keep up with, and there's nothing that was out of her range or out of her, like her abilities. So that is a big skill too. That's a skill in itself. Back 5.
Yep.
Forward a bunch.
And say this is it, but I swear to God, you can cancel the kid. I feel like all these rappers lately on a mission. They starting drama, they don't really want no problems, so they talk in whispers. Don't even start, no competition, y'all are finished. They say they feeling froggy, but I bet none of these frogs gon' rib it.
I like that. He goes, they talk in silent whispers, right?
Yeah.
So everybody who's like trying to spread, they lower their voice. Like, hey, did you hear what Tom did last night? We don't want him to hear it now. Yeah. But then he goes, especially in the Marines and the Navy SEALs, right? They go, oh, we're feeling froggy, jump. Like an invite to a fight, right?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, these frogs aren't only not going to jump, they're not even going to make a pee.
Yeah, he's like, you're feeling froggy, but something tells me they're not going to rib it.
Yeah. That's great. I like that.
I didn't know that was a military thing.
Yeah.
I like it. I know the term feeling froggy. You feeling froggy?
Yeah, same thing.
Okay, gotcha. All right, onward.
Y'all are finished. They say they feeling froggy, but I bet none of these frogs gon' rib it. They think I'm soft, but I promise y'all that I'm solid like a rock inside a Teflon box and dipped in carbon fiber liquid. I'm not religious, but I walk with Christians. If Jesus died for all my sins, he'd need 1,000,000 crosses tall as buildings. Y'all can't cancel me. I'm a god and you're the devil. Stop attacking me. Like, whoa. Nails in my hands and feet. Y'all some snakes. I don't need fruit from that apple tree.
Nice. I like that.
Y'all some snakes. I don't need food from that apple tree.
I like how he's like, I think he said, I'm not a Christian, but like I walk with Christians.
Yeah,
he's
like I'm not religious, but I'd walk with Christians.
Yeah. And I like that he's like, if Jesus died for all my sins, he's going to need 1,000, because like I've done a lot of bad stuff in my past.
He's going to need a stack of crosses as tall as a building.
And then basically. I like the line, all these snakes coming around me telling me I need this and need that. He's like, bro, I don't need that apple from the tree. Like I'm not trying to fuck my shit up.
He's like, no, you guys. And I like at the beginning too. He's like, I'm a god. You're the devil. Like why are you coming after me? You're trying to cancel me, man. Like, and I love it too because there's no backup at all. His confidence. I think that's what gets me, man.
His confidence sells.
He is fucking confident, like super confident. Yeah. And I guess at a certain point it could come off as a little bit arrogant, but he backs it up.
Just watching some of his live videos, he seems like a really mellow, down to earth guy.
He was super polite on Glenn Beck. He's like, Mr. Beck, thank you so much for having me. He's like, he coughed once in the thing, and he's like, oh, pardon me, I'm so sorry. Yeah. And then went back to him. Like, he seems like a pretty stand up dude. Yeah. And that's what I said in the last one. He seems like a guy that I would definitely get. I'd like to sit down and have a beer with.
Yeah,
I bet it'd be fun. And just kind of pick his brain.
The other line I like is he goes, I got holes in hands and my feet. Basically, like people are crucifying me for my opinion. I like that.
A lot of biblical references in those last few lines right there. Yeah. And he, again, the way he puts it together, it's just it's great, man. It's very, very impressive. Here we go. Back 5, forward more.
In my hands and feet, y'all some snakes. I don't need fruit from that apple tree.
Facts.
I ain't doing features or buying beats. I'm a wolf on lie with sheep.
There it is.
I am what I am, and I can't hide my teeth. Way too many rumors. I'm like, who said it? Never met him. If he dissed me, probably about to drop a new record. I do what I want, don't matter.
There's always an ulterior motive.
I'm like, who said it? Oh. Never met him. I don't know if he is talking shit.
Yeah, he don't know me.
Yeah, if he is talking shit, he's probably about to drop a new record. Like
just trying to get that clickbait.
Yeah, exactly. If he's talking shit on me, it's probably because he's trying to get sales.
Right.
Never met him. If he dissed me, probably about to drop a new record. I do what I want. Don't matter if I get approval or not. Y'all ain't gonna cyberbully me or try to push on me until I'm becoming some dude who I'm not. Head full of ludicrous thoughts. Producing the songs. My music is truth and you brutally shocked. I'm shooting my shot. I'm Biggie. I'm Shady. I'm New School Pac.
I like that. He makes the reference to Ludacris.
I heard the Ludacris that time. Yeah. Yes. Oh, that's awesome.
Biggie, Shady, and new
Pac.
New
School Pac. Yeah. So basically, he's just saying.
He shouts out all the people who used to have an impact on rap. And like we were talking with the Eminem thing, like he used to have good stuff.
Right. Yep.
And then there was a couple tracks that were just kind of garbage, like whatever, but. he used to have a big influence on the scene, and now he's just sold out, or other people, like,
I used to totally ride the Eminem train, man. He was awesome. He was a white rapper, and he was fucking destroying people. And like you said, for a while there, he was making really good messages. And then apparently, I stopped listening to him just because I got really heavy into the punk side of things after a while, so I just kind of fell off.
Yeah.
But apparently, his messages started to fall off too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. See,
yeah.
I think the last thing that I heard from Eminem was like he had a super fast rap track. Maybe about Columbine or something like that. Was there something about a shooting or something like that?
he did make a reference to Columbine in it.
So maybe I think that's the last video of his that I saw, and he raps really fucking fast in it. I'll give him that. But I think that's probably
I think the
era.
content of his music is fallen.
That's
off,
what you were saying. I think that was kind of the era where his stuff started
But the
to
other
get weird.
cool thing is like Ludacris. Ludacris, I think, is one of those two late in his career. He just kind of had nothing to sing about.
I think
anymore.
Ludacris is a badass dude. I like some of his music. Like that was some old school shit for me, like Need for Speed and stuff. You know? Like I got down with Ludacris.
But like Ludacris, Biggie, and Tupac always had something that they were trying to do for their local, like the hood they grew up in.
Sure.
They're trying to help
Support the
kids
hood.
get out of the hood and throw money towards the schools.
Didn't Biggie start like some major organization for that kind of thing?
So,
Like
yeah.
a big deal, and it's still around and all that.
Well, unfortunately, somebody had got in there after he had. I think Biggie's passed away.
I think he has. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I know once he had his hands out of it, somebody else took over, and it's not what it used to be.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, weird.
A lot of money is going to places it shouldn't go.
What? Someone came in and corporatized it and fucking blew the whole operation?
Wow, weird.
What? Weird concept. I've never heard of that happening before. Back 5 seconds, and here we go. We're almost done, people.
Songs, my music is truth and you brutally shocked. I'm shooting my shot, I'm Biggie, I'm shady, I'm new school Pac. Go ahead and call me a piece of garbage, make a starving artist your primary target. I'm the largest monster in the farthest darkness, and my claws are sharp and I'm an army sergeant. If people wanna hate, then I'm grateful. It's only gonna make what I say less painful. Look at my face, embrace, I'm unstable. I ain't gonna break a shake or feel shameful.
Okay, so
I don't care.
really quick, for anyone that saw that little box pop up in the window there, we lost our mics just now, so the rest of the video is going to be on the GoPro, but we're okay. So everything's still fine. Sorry for the audio switch. It's going to get a little woofy and stupid sounding now, but we just had an audio dropout, and we're trying out a new thing with our mics, and it didn't quite work there. So that distracted the shit out of me, so I want to go back and listen to this again really quick. So let's go back and listen to that whole section because it freaked me out. I was like, God damn it! Here comes take 3, everybody.
Right.
Okay, here we go.
Here trying to push on me until I'm becoming some dude who I'm not. Head full of ludicrous thoughts, producing the songs. My music is truth and you brutally shocked. I'm shooting my shot, I'm Biggie, I'm shady, I'm new school Pac. Go ahead and call me a piece of garbage, make a starving artist your primary target. I'm the largest monster in the farthest darkness, and my claws are sharp and I'm an army sergeant.
Ooh, okay.
Hell yeah.
That's why I remember there was something in there that I was like, yep, okay. I love that first bit right there where he's like, of course you're gonna go and make a starving artist your primary target. Yeah. Take money from people who don't have it, because that's the government way, right? That's the industry way. So
absolutely,
love that.
And I had talked about it in the last one. I'm the largest target in the farthest darkness, and then the clouds are sharp, which I was like,
oh, that's right. You told me about
Does Tom play some D&D here?
Yeah.
Does he throw a little nerd line in there?
Because there's something in there,
Because there's
right?
a spell in D&D, I believe it's called Cloud of Daggers,
Okay.
right? And if you play a certain way or have your character set up right, it inflicts psychic damage.
That's what you were
which is
saying.
damage to your brain,
Right.
which is great, because he's like, I'm about to fuck your head up.
I mean, it kind of sounds like that's really the only context that could have.
I don't know why anybody else would call Cloud sharp.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe he's talking about jet tails or something like that, but I can't find any context that fits that.
Yeah. That's the only thing I can relate it to.
That context fits because of the mental stability part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Okay, that makes sense to me.
Great.
Back 5, and we're going to finish this one out.
Starving artist your primary target. I'm the largest monster in the farthest darkness, and my claws are sharp and I'm an army sergeant. If people wanna hate, then I'm grateful. It's only gonna make what I say less painful. Look at my face, embrace, I'm unstable. I ain't gonna break a shake or feel shameful. I don't care if you mad at me, okay? Go ahead and change the channel. Don't waste your time trying to cancel me, okay? They love me cause they know that I'm it. Say what you want, I guess it is what it is. Haters can talk, but they can't cancel the kid. Go ahead and go on, try and say this is it. But I swear to God, you can't cancel the kid.
Shouts out to Nova.
Way to go, guys. You have done it again, and we are very, very proud of you. That was an incredible video.
You know, I think for my second time through, I think I'm going to up my rating. I think I'm going to give it the full
We're going 5?
5 out of 5. Oh yeah, I forget we lost Mike.
We lost Mike's.
I give it 5 out of 5 backwards hats.
Five. I think our first one was 4.5, and after the revisit there, it's.
There was a lot of good shit in there that we missed the first time. Like that was great.
Let's just go with the 5. The 5 out of 5 backwards hats. That was really, really good. I'm glad that we actually got to do this review of it because I feel like I took away a lot more this time than I did the first time. And I think that if this is your first time, I think that you should all go watch it on your own and listen to the whole song all the way through because it's powerful and the message is great.
And go download it on iTunes right now.
Yes.
Well, last we checked, it was number 3 on the iTunes charts.
Yep.
Push Cardi B out of number 1.
Yeah, get her out of there.
That's our goal.
Also, this morning when we checked this, when we did our first one, he was at 997,000 views. Yeah. He has broken 1 million views, and I think that's in 24 hours. So way to go, Tom. Way to go, Nova. You guys are killing it. Keep at it. If you guys like this video, please hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, become part of the notification gang, and let us know what you guys want to see next. Who knows? Tom is on a roll. He may have a new video dropping next Friday. So, and if he keeps dropping them, we're going to keep reviewing them because they're amazing.
Now, I know you guys have some older Tom videos we want to visit, but like we are riding the Tom train.
Definitely.
Like right now, he's talking about fake woke, canceled.
He's really relevant right now.
He's pushing the envelope a little further. We're excited to see what he does next.
Absolutely.
We will get to those old ones. We also talked about doing the. You guys want us to do the
no
trilogy?
Response? Trilogy.
Falling in Reverse.
That's the one.
And we are going to try to tackle that once these guys are done putting out new stuff.
Yep.
Which should be here within a month or two, I'd imagine. We'd probably do it sooner than
Once
that.
all these guys get back out and start playing shows, they're not going to be worried so much about the production side of things. They're going to be worried about touring and playing shows. So this content will start to slim down a little bit, and we'll start to kind of roll into some other categories.
Some older stuff.
But for right now, these are super relevant, and they're right on the point, and they're hitting the nail on the head. So
yeah.
Thank you guys again, and we'll see you on the next one.
Bow.